Hello fish fools, Jeff here. So here we're looking at one of my 10-gallon aquariums. This has live bearers, different kinds of catfish, some black neon tetras. This is a tank that started out as a quarantine tank and then just ended up adding all these different fish in here, mainly with intentions of moving them to other tanks that I have, but a lot of them, even to this point, are still in here. So what I wanted to do was show some of the fry in here. Here's one platy that was born in this tank. That was, it's a white platy. I had a white female. I lost her recently, but pretty recently I discovered that this one was in here. There's a guppy, or perhaps a guppy endler hybrid. Now that all this water sprite is pretty much growing a layer at the top, there are some babies that are surviving for initially plenty of live bearers, guppies, and platies were being born in here, but none were surviving. And then I decided to put a pregnant female platy and a pregnant female guppy in this breeder box. And that was 3 months ago, and I haven't let them out yet since they were born in here. Long overdue. So looking at these, this one right here actually was not born in here. This red one right there, that's like a red endler, I guess. It just jumped the rail and made its way in here, but all these others were born in here. So it was about 3 months ago I put a female wild guppy in here, not knowing which male guppy or male endler would have been the father. But looking at the offspring that have colored up, like this one right here, you can see that looks a lot like, if I can, yeah, there's one right there. I have two of these male scarlet endlers. There's one there, one there. So one of those two would be father, and that's the offspring, half a hybrid of a wild guppy and that endler, and looking cool. And then the platies, let's see, where is she? Back here. That's the female mother right there. So, and for 3 months old, at least 3 months old, these platies are really small. Just, it's like they're stunted their growth in this breeder box, and probably not feeding them as much as I should have. But now I'm going to finally let them out. So, but before I do that, let's see if we can find some fry. There's, yeah, right there. Following my finger right there. So like I said, there's more. There's one right here. The water sprite is filling in there. I don't have hiding places, but yeah. So what I'm about to do is a water change, and if you can notice, see how dirty the water is, just all the particles like floating. This tank, this has an under gravel filter. It's the only under gravel filter that I have in any of my tanks, and I haven't done any gravel backing, so the water is pretty, needs some polishing. So once I do this water change, I'm going to do some gravel vacuuming, and then I'm going to, in addition to the under gravel filter, I'm going to add a sponge filter in here. So hopefully that will help it, and you know, if I keep up with water changes too. But yeah, so I'm going to do that and do the water change, add a sponge filter, and I'm going to, while I'm in here getting wet, I'm going to try to arrange the plants some so they're not all floating at the top, and I'm going to let these fish out, and then once I do that, I'm going to show what's going on. So stand by.